Hello, my friends. The question is, how do you become a real success? Over the past 1 year, I have been studying How to Be a Real Success, written by my mentor, John C. Maxwell. John wrote this book a while back, but it has stood the test of time in guiding us how to be a real success. Real just stands for relationships, having a big part to play in your success, the ability to equip people, also having a big part, your attitude to life, to failures, to anything around you, and leadership. So this is the curricula. You can find this curricula on John's website, How to Be a Real Success. It comes with a DVD, it comes with a CD, and it also comes with a workbook. And my team and I at the Project Leadership Institute have been studying the workbook over the past, going to about a year now. In fact, just the piece on attitude has taken us 18 consecutive episodes. So today, as we began continuing our discussion on attitude, I was asking our Leadership Institute about how they saw success. And one of our attendees, one of our members, Chris Clark, he came up with this great analogy of success being on a three-dimensional axis, right? 3 dimensions. So that immediately gave some body and some life to what John had been speaking to us for a while. In fact, John was our keynote speaker, opening up this Project Leadership Institute. And I wanted to share with you some of what we've been kicking back and forth. So Chris and I, we started discussing how you could actually be a real success. And John's formula is, I call it the know, grow, sow. So knowing your purpose in life, grow into your maximum potential, and sowing seeds that benefit others. And we can put this on 3-dimensional axes and ask the question, how am I doing in terms of knowing my purpose? Am I at a 10 or am I at a 0? Where am I? Where am I in terms of growing to my maximum potential? And when we talk about maximum potential, we're talking about some of these variables, your attitude, for example, your beliefs, your knowledge about whatever you should know about, dealing with uncertainty. How well are you dealing with uncertainty? Collaboration. How well do you collaborate? Discussions that you have, interactions with people, stakeholder engagement and management. From a 0 to a 10, where are you? It's a question. Ask yourself, where am I in terms of growing to my maximum potential? If you feel you are at a 0, do something about it. If you feel you're moving along towards a 10, keep moving. This one, Chris terms it as a multiplier. I found that to be very interesting. We look at this as the maximizer, the multiplier. And in John's work, he has talked about how the Stanford Research Institute, their research has shown that success is not about your position or title or your technical prowess. It's not about your knowledge. It's really about how well you're able to build relationships with people. So this is a multiplier. It's an X factor, if you will. You could be doing really well in knowing your purpose and growing to your maximum potential, but if you're not sowing seeds, you're missing out, because that is a geometric multiplier. When you sow seeds that benefit others, your success goes through the roof. When you're more towards this part of the cube, you are knocking it out of the park. Now, when you get to, if you wanted to say, the front of the cube at the top right, the question is, where do you go from here? And the answer is simple. You begin to look at your success as being one piece in a bigger cube. So if you feel your success has been determined by virtue of the successes that are immediately visible, well, there's going to be some invisible success that you can find if you look at that cube as being one tiny cube in a bigger cube. And this enables you expand and grow and morph and change and evolve because the moment we stop growing to our maximum potential is the moment we begin to decline. That's death. So we talk about how to be a real success. You got to look at it like this. And we'll put this face of the cube facing the right direction. So we'll tweak these around so that it's all an XYZ perception like that. So your success in one realm is just the beginning. Now, how do you scale that up and scale that up and scale that up? And the answer is it begins to be part of a bigger cube. All right, so that is how to be a real success, my friends. It's just the beginning. How to be a real success starts with your understanding of success, the knowing your purpose in life, growing to your maximum potential, sowing seeds that benefit others. When you've got that to a 10 or close to a 10, the answer is to go from seeing it all the way up here to seeing this cube as being the smaller cube. In closing, from the great work of John in How to Be a Real Success, you got to think about the relationships that you build with people. These could be any kind of relationships, business relationships, typical friend relationships. We got to watch those relationships, right? That's big. Equipping people. When we talk about sowing seeds that benefit others, that's also equipping. Attitude. Attitude may not be everything, but it's a whole lot of things. Your attitude helps set your compass. In the words of Ziegler, he says it's your attitude, not your aptitude, that determines your altitude. So it's all about getting to that right attitude, and then the sky's the limit. And last but not least, leadership. John always says the true measure of leadership is influence, nothing more, nothing less. Being able to effectively lead, understanding leadership dynamics and influence, all of that is a contributor to your success ultimately. You want to be a real success? Keep all of these things in perspective, right? The relationships that we build, that points to the sowing component. Equipping people, the sowing component. Positive mental attitude. Being a great leader of yourself. We could map these back to the different axes. It boils down to your know, grow, sow. Okay. So I hope that gave you some ideas and some insights in how to be a real success. Again, remember that you could go on down to the website, go on down to John's website. I'm going to put a link below. If you want to study this curriculum, go ahead. And we're going to be opening up the Project Leadership Institute for 2022 soon. If you want to be a part of that, let me know, because you could also join me in studying this content from John's material. All right. Thank you very much for joining me. I wish you all the best in your leadership journey and being a real success. Bye for now.